Nigerians, the fear of Donald Trump is the beginning of safety. Who would believe that Sheik Ahmed Gumi, would turn to become the professor and ambassador of peace overnight? This was somebody who few years ago said that Boko Haram is a blessing to the whole Nigerians. Yes, he said that Boko Haram is a blessing to Nigerians. But today, this man is saying a different thing. He's now cursing and abusing the Boko Haram terrorist group, saying that God would punish them, that God would punish anybody who does not want this country to be at peace, that God would punish anybody who takes innocent lives. This is Gumi. Who would believe that? This is happening just because of the sanction Donald Trump placed on them. That is why I said the fear of Donald Trump is the beginning of safety. Because as he stands now, Donald Trump has placed sanction on almost 60% of Nigerian politicians. Not just the politicians, the Boko Haram terrorists and the sponsors and their supporters. And as he stands already, we all knew that this same Shiek Gumi can no longer go to Saudi Arabia. They could not allow him. Why? Because they said, man, you are toxic. We do not want you in our environment. You will corrupt our people. The same person was also stopped from entering any part of the United Arab Emirates. Now, a ban is also hitting him. A ban is hitting him in the United States. And this ban, mind you, is not just about entering. This will also affect whatever thing they have gotten over the years in the United States, properties and what have you. And some other countries who are also loyal to America, those countries will also extend the same sanction that America extends to each of these persons. Those countries will also extend those sanctions. Well, I don't want to say much about this video. I love the way Okocha Master's page dissected the matter. So I want you to watch this video. Watch this video and see how Okocha dissected the page. It's happening everywhere. Scatter is happening. More revolutions are coming. Watch the video. Watch the video.
Perpetrators of the same crime that day. Thursday, the 4th day of December is today, 2025. May God not allow you to buy a house in a country where the government of that country will make a U-turn and say that you will not be allowed to step your neck in that same country that you bought houses. This is the situation of so many Nigerian politicians, and when you hear Akpabio saying on the floor of the Senate that Trump is on their neck, ordinary person might not understand what he's talking about. Yes, yesterday, after meeting the US Secretary General, Marco Rubio, posted this, that the United States is taking decisive action in response to the atrocities and violence against Christians in Nigeria and around the world. The State Department will restrict US visas for those who knowingly direct, authorize, fund, support, or carry out violations of religious freedom. This visa policy applies to Nigeria and other governments or individuals that prosecute people for their religious belief. So after this, I went to understand the terms of this visa restriction. I came to realize that both the people who are sponsoring insecurity and their family members, so anything linked to them, will not be allowed to step their feet into America. Is America heaven? Of course, we know America is not heaven. We know Canada is not heaven. We know Australia is not heaven because Canada and Australia are following suit. These countries are not heaven, but time will come. You will know whether they are heaven or not. Okay? Now, I saw this thing that Shiek Gumi posted today. Shiek Gumi posted this. He said that, okay, let me read the Daily Post Nigeria. Let me now refer to this newspaper post, Daily Post. It reads that popular Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmed Gumi on Thursday prayed for God's wrath on those responsible for insecurity and bloodbath in Nigeria. Posting on Facebook, Gumi prayed God should punish the perpetrators and spare the innocent. I went there, I checked it on the comment section of Gumi, on the Facebook wall of Gumi, I saw it. Now, he said that people who are responsible for the insecurity in Nigeria and those who are sympathizing with the terrorists, that may the wrath of Allah be upon them. Do you know why Gumi is speaking in tongues? Because as far as I'm concerned, this man is speaking in tongues. Gumi is speaking in tongues because Saudi Arabia deported him the other time, and look at US is also banning him. Meaning Canada, even UK, Australia, he can't travel. So where is he going to go? Your fellow Muslim countries are banning you not to enter. other countries are banning you. So is it only Turkey will be running up and down? But that is not the issue here. When you see this old newspaper, it was written in Hausa language. It says Boko Haram is a blessing to people. This is what Shiek Gumi said. As an Islamic cleric, he said that terrorist is a blessing. Terrorist organization like Boko Haram is a blessing to them. Not blessing to me, not blessing to my generation, but a blessing to them. And now they are seeing the fruit of the blessings of Boko Haram, killing their people, exterminating people, killing the Christians, doing all sort of things. But here is Gumi. It's Gumi who said the terrorists are blessing is today, praying that perpetrators of the same crime, that the wrath of Allah is going to fall on them. Please help me interpret this, my Muslim brothers. Is that Takia? Because as far as I'm concerned, someone who said Boko Haram is a blessing and he has not retracted the statements. He said that these bandits are not terrorists who are killing the people, that they are not terrorists, that they deserve a better life. Such a person will now coming out to pray against these people again. Come on, is there not a deception? Now, that is not only that. I just said something here in this Hajj 2025 that Saudi Arabia deposed Shiek Gumi. Why? Because of connection with terrorism. And when Gumi came back, he said something that I don't want to compromise. Saudi Arabia deported me because I'm saying the truth. Saying the truth about what? No, saying the truth about what? What are you saying the truth? Which truth are you talking about? And if you want to say the truth, I think the truth should favor Saudi Arabia, of which you have the same faith with them. Why do they deport you? So these are the things that people have to understand. And every now and then, the picture of Gumi and his videos are all around the social media, which shows that he has engaged in all these things. So why is he praying now? Is it because of the blow that houses that these politicians have bought in abroad is about to be taken because of their link to terrorism sponsor? I made a statement the other day. I said, listen, if Tinubu did not release the name of terror sponsors, we are still going to know them one after the other. Because for US to place visa restrictions on people who are sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria, in other words, they already know them. So if US knows them and US has placed visa restriction on them, meaning we ourselves are still going to know these people. Now, after the whole thing that transpired yesterday, this senator from Iowa is a Republican senator, Mr. Chuk. He stood up on the floor of the Senate and made a very responsible remark. He said he thanked Trump for this step, but he is warning that another step will be followed. Take a listen.
If you watch television, you're hearing a lot of reports from Nigeria about kidnappings and murders, other reports of violence, and particularly you're hearing it about Christians in Nigeria. This violence has grown more frequent and more troubling as time goes on. The enforcement of blasphemy laws by the Nigerian government, coupled with the rise of violent attacks by terrorists against religious communities, represents a serious infringement upon the freedom of religion that you're supposed to have in that country. Blasphemy laws are enforced in 12 Nigerian states and also at the federal level. That enforcement is resulting in the prosecution and imprisonment of Christians, Muslims, traditional practitioners, and even humanists. Furthermore, violence by terrorists like Boko Haram and the other organization called the Islamic State West Africa Province continues to pose serious security challenges. Unfortunately, these challenges are not new development. For years, we've been hearing from our own government agencies, particularly the FBI and the Department of Justice, urging our own State Department to designate the terrorist group Boko Haram as a foreign terrorist organization, a step that was delayed until 2013. For my part, I have consistently sought information and action to address this ongoing threat. Going way back almost 10 years, in 2016, I sent a letter to then U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch requesting information regarding the years-long process of designating the Nigerian Islamist group Boko Haram as a foreign terrorist organization. In 2020, I wrote to then Secretary Pompeo and Ambassador Sam Brownback asking what steps were being taken to protect Christians in Nigeria and whether a special envoy might be appointed. At that time, the department assured me that they were actively addressing the issue at multiple levels with the Nigerian government. But now, years later, we continue to see concerning reports about violence and religious persecution in Nigeria. And that is why I was so very happy to see our own President Trump take long-awaited action in designating Nigeria a country of particular concern. That designation puts Nigeria on a watch list, puts Nigeria on notice that if they don't take care of this situation, other things can intervene. The Nigerian government must take immediate action to end this violence, and the United States should do all it can to support